First week of the season, my mindset varies a lot with the team that I have. Right now, the team that I have a small group of kids that have put in a lot of time over the summer, put in a lot of time over the fall lifting and getting a lot of conditioning in already. So they have a good base already. But I still have a huge group of kids that are brand new to the sport. So I have this group split up. So while the new kids are really in need of that technique, we go a little bit slower with them on the technique. We might spend 20 to 25 minutes on one move, making sure they get it down. Where the kids that are a little bit further along, we have them really drilling live, getting their drilling down, getting their timing back, going a little bit faster with the moves. We might show them 2 or 3 different new moves and have them spend a lot more time drilling those moves. Maybe it might be moves that they already know, but it's stuff that they need to spend more time on. So we get into live drilling, we get into sparring with that smaller group of kids that are a little bit more experienced, have spent more time doing it. So right now we need a technique, we need a base. We do spend some, pretty much my practice is first 15 minutes we're warming up, then we spend 30 minutes reviewing what we went over the day before, maybe getting a lot more action out of our drilling rather than technique, just tweaking a few things that they're still doing wrong. And then the next 30 minutes going over new technique. Might not be like brand new technique for them, but technique that maybe they haven't seen since last year, and so we've got to reintroduce that to them. And then the last 30, 45 minutes of practice. The room, right now I have like 55 kids in the room, so we have to split up the groups. We have the bigger guys wrestling all at once for 15 to 20 minutes, while the smaller guys are doing conditioning, and then we switch after 15 or 20 minutes. My main philosophy is they got to go hard now, but that doesn't change the fact that they're going to go a lot harder later on. They can only go so hard right now. I don't know if it's politically correct or anything, but I tell my kids they know when they've done enough when they pass out, pretty much. If they come to me and they say, "Coach, I can't do this," I'll know they're not being honest with themselves because they're talking to me at that point. So, but we never get to that point. I mean, the first few practices, kids are saying, "Oh, I feel like I'm going to throw up," and that's kind of where the point they need to get through that basic structure of building a good conditioning and stuff like that. But
so let me ask you a question. So when you have, say, half your guys are pretty experienced and the other half, just a decent shot is still difficult for them.
Yeah.
And you're doing technique during a practice first week of the season this early on. Are you splitting them, totally separating the two groups?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll have some of my assistants take the less experienced kids and work on the more basic moves, break it down a lot more, and spend more time on one single move, where I'll take the more experienced kids and give them a little bit more work to work with, keep them more active in their drilling, not as much sitting around and not as much instruction, just little tweaks here and there on the stuff they already know. But when I have a guy like today, I had Zach Lamano come in the room, and as soon as he came in the room, I want my kids to get different coaching styles, different techniques, so they can figure out what works for them. So I let Zach go with the more experienced guys, work with some stuff on them with the rushing and front head and stuff, and that gave me the opportunity to go with the less experienced guys and really show them a little bit more of what I want on certain moves. So I'll mix it up a lot, and if one of my assistants does something really well that I want my more experienced guys to go with, then I'll switch it up. It's not